How's it going, everybody? It's your favorite apostates. I'm McKay.
I'm Jordan.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
We are so glad you are here.
Yes, awesome. We're back at it again, ready for another one. We are just vibing, just, doing our thing.
We're excited to be talking about a few different things today.
Yeah.
And we want to hop right into it to make the most of our time.
For real.
Because there's a lot to talk about with this topic. Because we're going to talk about Kennadee, not enough Nelsons, that fun stuff, which is actually like good news in my opinion. Some people aren't responding that way, but in my opinion, it is good news. And then we have to transition to our following topic, which will be Bethany and the absolute insanity that is happening with her right now that I can't even begin to start describing for you. And I even prepped a little bit of like Bethany's in her like talking about sex and sexual health era. So I, as a therapist who works with couples and talks about sex with couples every single day, actually prepared some resources for you guys so we can talk about actual sexual health principles, actual places where you can go for good, reliable resources instead of just random people on the internet that say random things with no evidence or research to back it up. So I figured I would provide some of that to you and do my like professional therapist duty for my little professional therapy corner in the channel for today.
Hell yeah. And we're going to do it in a terms of service friendly way this week because everybody got us in trouble last week. I don't want to blame it on you. We can put the blame on Bethany, but yeah. I was like, oh damn.
That's happening to us all the time now. So if you're wondering like why we're talking about it weirdly, that's why.
There you go.
I didn't have time to do a PowerPoint, but I have a collection of links for you.
So let's circle back around to the topic at hand. The PowerPoint era does not continue, but it will return.
Especially
like
with
James
our
Bond, it will return.
MLM video that's going to be coming out at the end of the month.
Yeah, I think, let's see.
It will return. We can't get in trouble for chat content, but we can get in trouble for...
Yeah, don't worry.
Things that are like...
I say you guys got us in trouble because you say funny shit and then we repeat it and then that gets us in trouble. So anyway, when did they say they were gonna the chat or the little chat thing?
I think they were able to do it.
I'll have to see
last
how
night.
It works.
Wait, go up. It says go to channel activity. It's right there.
Oh,
also,
YouTube just changed stuff.
Yeah, add that so our mods know. We haven't even talked to our mods about this yet.
Maybe check this out. If you click on somebody and you go to channel activity, you should be able to see all their chats in case we need to do a little bit of investigation.
Yeah. So if somebody's being ridiculous and we need to go back in time and
Aaron Lynn, welcome to Celestial Kingdom.
It's a nice resource for the mods. It's something that Twitch does, and so YouTube adopted it.
Yeah, I always thought that was really cool.
And so that's helpful for our moderators.
Yeah, Potato, I can go to your channel right there. Whoop. And I can see, what have you been chatting? What? That was all you did. So
in the last year?
I guess all the tracking starts now.
Probably now, I would imagine. So maybe. I don't know.
If you guys have been animals in the past,
there's
no record of it unless we have the all of your chats starting from now, I think. So
anywho, that is the plan for today. So we are going to start with we are going to start with talking about NENFam, or Not Enough Nelsons, or the original first product of Not Enough Nelsons, I shall say. Really, because that's what they've done.
Why would you put it like that?
Because they were used for content as children.
Oh, okay. That I see what you're saying. I was like, that's a really weird thing to call a child.
No. Clicked on a long time viewer and can see way back. Okay, so there you go. Perfect. Welcome, Sadie, to the Terrestrial Kingdom. We're so glad you're here. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. So here is
I can't scroll.
The deal. We're going to Not Enough Nelson's oldest daughter is pregnant.
we kind of discussed that.
Has been pregnant for a minute. She's due next month.
Week.
So she came out with a video on her channel talking about, the title is, are we going to put our baby on social media, or are we going to something of the sort. So she put out that video, didn't say in the title or anything what the decision was, so you have to watch the video. But fortunately for all of us, the video is only 8 minutes. So I already know, because I've already seen the discourse. But for those of you that don't, you're gonna have to look it up because I didn't send it to you. Okay. Just search Kennadee K. It's like the first video that comes up. So we're gonna go to her channel and watch it. Of the Not Enough Nelson that I am also most familiar with is Cass. And I will say that of my personal preference, and this is not like an insult to them, like on their personalities, I'm sure they're both lovely people, but Cass is way more annoying and obnoxious to me than Kennadee is. So if I have to watch somebody's content, I'd much rather be Kennedee's. So we're gonna watch this 8-minute video and see whether or not you guys can see her answer on whether or not they're gonna be showing their baby on social media. This is her and her husband Chase, and then we will kind of discuss as we go.
As Kazoo would say, let me back it up.
Let me back it
to
up.
the beginning. He literally will tell me that. Back it up. Dude, it's the beginning. What are you talking about? All right. Your title says it does. Yeah, it does, but let's hear it from
Hey guys, welcome to Kennedy K. I'm Kennedy, and this is my husband Chase. And this video is something that we've had a lot on our minds lately, and we're looking forward to sharing all of our decisions and everything that we've discussed with you guys today. So
he's so gamer boy coded. That is a big compliment.
He is, in my opinion, very like antithetical to
Tiffany,
their family. Like
I approve.
And I feel like Kennedy is like not as like loud and obnoxious as the rest of them, and some of them are very young, so like it's fair.
Well, especially Cass.
But I feel like their family is just very like, lots of Mormons have loud, boisterous families, and I feel like that's what NENFam is, and I feel like he is not that at all.
yeah. Many of you who may or may not know, Chase and I are going to have a baby in February, and we are so excited.
A couple more months.
And it's just getting...
Oh, is it hurting everybody's ears? It is kind of loud for...
He's vaguely Dave-esque, I agree.
Where's this one? Turn it down?
My belly is getting huge. It's the best. I love having a little baby bump, and we're starting to get all our baby things, and it's been crazy and such a fun experience. And also, for those of you who may not...
I will give them a pass on the color because they are young. They might live in an apartment. And
this is like lighting extraordinaire.
Yeah. This looks like the celestial kingdom. This looks like the throne of God in the temple. This is the
antithesis of what we've got happening here right
seriously.
Now.
It's the throne of God in the endowment presentations.
No, I am the oldest of 16 kids, and my family also has a channel, and they also show their lives and kind of all of the fun things that my siblings do and that my family does, and what it's like to have 16 kids. And I just kind of wanted to let you guys know that my family and I, we love YouTube, and we are so grateful for it, and we're grateful for all of you and our support system, and we're just very grateful.
Which,
shout out,
respect,
shout out
for all of the amazing help that we've received through YouTube. And along with that,
how old is she? She's like 23 or 24 or something like that.
She's younger, and I imagine, I don't know if she works. I would guess that she doesn't. This probably is their main source of income, if I were to guess, because he's in med school to be a doctor. So they moved for his residency, I'm pretty sure, recently. And so this is...
Oh, yeah, because they live up in...
I don't even know if they live in Utah anymore.
No, they do, because remember, when Tiffany and the gang were on their way back from exploiting the fire in Maui, they were going to her gender reveal or something.
Oh, that's right.
Because they were coming back from the Salt Lake airport.
Which it makes sense for content because she uses her siblings as part of her content a lot.
Yeah. So they're not close together because I think they're all down in St. George, right? If I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, honestly. But they're close enough to drive for like the weekend, but not like on a day-to-day basis.
And again, it's been a while since we've been updated on their goings around things, but it would make sense to me that if she wasn't working, YouTube is their main income.
Theirs?
Because he's making
if he's in med school
as a resident, if anything at all, and she's not doing anything job-wise.
Yeah.
As far as I know. So they probably do rely on YouTube for money, which I would feel like there's as YouTubers, there's a sense of like sometimes guilt or like obligation for delivering content sometimes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't ever come from like you guys, and it's mainly like our own like stuff and what we feel like we should be putting out because we love you guys so much. But in her situation, you're going to see why the parasocial fan relationship can become really toxic.
Starting our own family and kind of figuring out what our channel is going to be like in the next future with our own children. Chase and I have been really pondering and thinking about what we want to do.
I'm not meaning to hate this or hate on them or anything, but the vibe is really Bethany and Dave.
It is giving Bethany and Dave. He definitely doesn't want to be there, but he probably just doesn't like being on camera, which is fair.
I mean, this is his time off.
But you
of
married
which
a vlogger.
there's very little.
You married a vlogger, so I don't know what to tell you.
It kind of is the deal.
And we have come to decide that we're not going to have our baby boy on YouTube. And
Can we just celebrate that for a second?
That's a win.
Can we just give massive respect?
That's a win.
For her, because she was raised by Tiffany, who made all the choices regarding the channel. Okay, so she was born into family vlogging. She was not given a choice originally in the family vlogging realm. So now she's an adult and gets to make her own choices, and they're choosing not to put their kids out on the internet. So I say that is a major win. I don't care why she's doing it. I don't care what her reasons are. I don't care. Like, the fact is, she's not putting her kid on the internet, and that's a win.
Totally. And this is what we've been talking about for a long time, is it's so invasive, and it doesn't give kids an opportunity to live their lives. I mean, I was just thinking earlier, we look at like these child stars and they just totally go off the rails or whatever. And a lot of times that attention and that pressure that they receive, and not only that, but for a really long time, there was like hardly anything and were exploited by film and
like
TV.
Being a child
and
star. I mean, think of Chad and Sherry. Like, they're on fame on a national level. Like, A Passengers News broke world news.
Yeah.
And so those two have the world watching them. And so this isn't to say that she decides to stick with this, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. I mean, she's been going long enough. Let me see how much. She's got nearly 1 million subscribers by herself.
Yeah. She's still... I'm not going to...
She can still make mom content and not have to use her kids.
She does show her siblings all the time.
Yeah.
Which is... I'm not a fan of that because they still are minors and they still can't consent. But I don't know how much of that is at the directive of Tiffany being like, hey, content.
Yeah.
Or, hey, But she's still an adult now and making choices. So we can hold her accountable and still celebrate the fact that this is a win at the same time, I think.
Totally. We scoot this way a little. What? Baloney messed up the frame, so you're kind of like halfway out. Okay. I'm sorry, you have to be close.
No, I was just confused. Okay, keep going.
Okay, we're going.
From them. My family loves YouTube, and all the kids love YouTube, and we really, really enjoy it. But Chase and I have just been really praying about this, and we feel like we're not going to be showing our children on YouTube at all. And so kind of along with that, we wanted to give you kind of what exactly is going to happen. What are kind of the details of all of this with our kids not being on YouTube. And so one thing is our children will not be in any videos. They're also not going to be in any thumbnails. They're not going to be in any titles. Our kids will also not be on TikTok or on Reels or YouTube Shorts. Also, they will not be shown on my family's channel, Not Enough Nelsons, or my sister's Jess Cass, or any other of the NENFam channels. Feel really good about this decision that we've decided as a couple.
So you had said that there were people who were speculating that she would have the
Tiffany
kid.
won't respect that. There are people speculating that Tiffany won't respect that decision.
That's not her fault if that's what happens, and that is really disrespectful if her mom can't.
Here's my thought is, I think Tiffany could easily be a boundary pusher just like any other Mormon mom is out there, but this is a really good opportunity. Like, I'm gonna give Kennadee some credit because she's the oldest daughter. Tiffany and her husband don't have any other grandchildren. This is the first, and so this is a brand new experience for them. And so in my mind, if I'm thinking from a sane perspective, if I was a parent who my daughter is having a child, I would be thinking, you know what, I don't care if you don't want him on our channel because I just want to spend time with my grandkid. Like, I just want a relationship with my grandkid. I just want a relationship with you. Like, that's what I would want. And it's going to be up to Kennadee to, if Tiffany can't respect that, to hold a boundary or enforce a boundary or have a conversation. But Tiffany can't, like, Kennadee can't know if Tiffany's going to respect that boundary other than what Tiffany says. So until Tiffany breaks that boundary, like, Kennedee's not doing anything wrong here. Like, she cannot be held accountable for what Tiffany does. And if Tiffany, like, secretly puts the kid up there or accidentally shows it one time, then that's a conversation that Kennedee's going to have with her. But we're not at that point yet. So I want to give Tiffany the benefit of the doubt. I would weigh my relationship with my grandchild over YouTube content. But who knows?
I mean, she had no shame in getting a lot of eyes on her over the Maui situation, even though they were just there on vacation. But
yeah.
RMS said Kennadee was not born into family vlogging. Cassidy started the filming thing, and she's about 4 years younger now. Well, clearly she wasn't born into it because she's older than YouTube and family vlogging for that fact. Born into it as in she was a kid when it started up.
Yes.
And then her mom took it off and was doing it when she was a minor. So
thank you for clarifying.
And for our family.
And it's not really about what's right or wrong for us or other families. And I think every family is very different. And I had a family, and Kennadee had her own family she grew up with, and we're starting our own family together. And all three of those families are very different than one another. And I think every family is very different, and they all also handle things differently, and they make different decisions. So again, even though this is different than what other people on YouTube might be doing, doesn't mean that they're wrong or we're doing things differently or we're doing something wrong. Just we have different ways of going about raising our families, and this is what we feel like is best for us, and we've talked a lot about it, and we feel like this is the best decision going forward for us as a family. And
is this a door at
it does look
street
like a door.
level?
It looks like it has a bar like you would see like in a store, like a push
level. I thought I saw something moving, and maybe somebody was walking by.
They're low-key so attractive. And Kennedee's beautiful. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
This dude just looks like Dave Jr. to me, and I'm not into that.
He looks a lot like Dave. Like, if I squinted, I could be like, oh, yeah, that's like Dave's brother or something.
Well, you can tell. I mean, just think about the difference, you guys. Like, the difference between, like, her growing up on camera and his presence and his verbiage and using different 1,000 times, because this dude wasn't raised on camera.
Yeah.
Kennedy was. Like, a consequence of being raised on camera is you can articulate yourself pretty well, usually.
Yeah, totally.
So if
it's
he also
tough.
doesn't like it, then that's okay too.
It's tough. Not everybody's born to do it, and like even with us, we know that you're there only typing. It can be tough to.
Well, even me, like I have a habit of saying like all the time, and I catch myself doing it, and it annoys the shit out of me. But it's like you just have your own. Like I know it annoys other people because people comment on it, but it's just something. And when you have people watching you, they point out shit like that. But I'm just proud of them for this decision, because like hell yeah, let's go.
Look at us, we're meat riding now that they did the right thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Even though this is what we're doing, we'll still have support other family members and other friends and all other people that want to continue with their children on YouTube, and that's great for them. And this is just what we feel is best for us going forward.
Yes. And along with that, we have talked to my parents, and they know that we're not going to have them on YouTube, and they're very supportive and really grateful for that. And we're also very supportive of with their family and what they want to do, because my family absolutely loves YouTube. My siblings.
Do they love YouTube?
But this is
we love YouTube.
This is what I was saying. Like, their family is so vlogging camera coded that she never would have talked about this decision, like, on YouTube without talking to her mom about it first. And if she's saying her mom's supportive, then I hope for her and everybody else that she can stick to that.
You know how they are. They are crazy fun and they just love YouTube. And so I think it just really depends on.
RMS sounds like they know more than us. Kennedy was in college when they started vlogging. I don't know. I guess if you know how old she is, let me know. And then followed up with, sorry about the caps. I've lost my glasses.
Fair. That's okay.
No apology needed. That's pretty funny.
The family and the dynamics that go along with that. I also just kind of wanted to reaffirm that my siblings and I have had great interactions with YouTube, and we are so grateful for all of you and all your love and support, and we're grateful for all the advice.
Just keep that, what she just said, in mind about having great interactions
that we've gotten. I feel like even during this pregnancy, it's been amazing because I've been able to get so much advice on either baby products or just advice on like how to feel better for pregnancy. Chase has gotten a lot of advice on med school stuff, and we've gotten advice with all of these amazing things that we're starting with this new chapter in our life. And so we're really, really grateful for that and grateful for all of you. So now, what's gonna happen to Kennedy K? I bet a lot of people are wondering kind of what our plan is for YouTube. And so Chase and I have decided that I'm gonna continue to still do YouTube, and I'm gonna be showing my life as my experiences being a mom and talking about things that have helped me, and also sharing just different life experiences. It's still the same thing. I'm gonna be showing my big sister tips. I feel like a lot of my videos are mostly around.
They are at street level. Those are cars back there. That sucks.
Oh. So are they in an apartment?
I could never live in. I feel like they are.
But the money she makes, that's kind of surprising to me.
I don't know. It could just be a convenience thing.
It could be. I mean, they're not going to want to buy a house if he's going the med school route like shit.
Right.
Girl advice.
What's up, Nikki?
And just what it's like to have so many siblings and just crazy fun things that I get to do. And so we're still going to continue to be showing my life, but our kids will just be separated from that. So, for example, when our baby is taking a nap, that's when I'll be filming. Or if Chase can, when Chase is like home and he.
And then this is when the mom guilt's going to enter the scene, because then she's going to have people in her comments that are be like, where's your kid when you're filming that?
Yeah, I feel bad.
Take the baby, I'll be filming some fun little things like that, but we're not gonna have a family channel.
Yeah, and just other updates on your life and other things that are going on and what we're doing.
Yes, we'll definitely be showing all of our moving stuff because we're gonna be moving so soon, and I'll be kind of talking about my experience and Chase's experience with him going to med school and kind of figuring out all this new parenting skills and all these like grown-up things that we're going to be doing in this next chapter of our life.
And for me, I'm going to be going to med school starting next fall, hopefully. So right now I'm in the interview process and been grateful.
Oh, so he's not in med school
Okay,
yet.
so he's starting next fall.
Okay.
Or this fall.
Views that I've had.
Not that far away.
Been doing some research on different schools and different areas and potential places that we could live. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so in a few more months, we'll have a good idea of
because here's
where
what I
it is
do
that
know
we're
about
going.
Utah. Utah's medical program, I've heard, is like pretty phenomenal. It's not like up there with like the Mayo Clinic or anything, but I've heard from people in my vicinity that it is harder to get into. So he would have to kick some ass to get into the University of Utah med school. But I wouldn't be surprised if, which would suck for her content wise, but if they had to move, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
If stuff works out, and we'll let you guys know where we end up.
It's gonna be so exciting. I can't believe it.
Kara, do you want to do a poll with everybody that's watching right now if they have heard all of this?
How many times do we cover things that other people have already covered? Our perspectives are different, especially from certain people. So
literally a lot of things are happening in February, and it's gonna be such a great blessing, and we're so excited. So in like conclusion with everything, we just want to reaffirm again, we're so grateful for you guys, and we're grateful for YouTube, and we're thankful for your...
I don't feel like that. Just outro.
Yeah,
stuff.
She's going to talk about how much she loves.
Okay.
Sim stream is Thursday.
Sim stream, yeah.
Okay, so overall, I just want to say there's people who were super skeptical that she's going to continue with this. There's people that are like, well, she's only doing it because of XYZ. You guys, I don't give a fuck why she's doing it. Like, at what point in the family vlogging space do we, as content creators who call out and criticize these people, just give credit where credit is due in the fact that she's not putting her fucking kid on the internet? Like, it's really that simple.
It's literally what we've been asking people to do. I don't understand
like
why we need to ask for more.
No, I don't care. Like, I don't care if it was because she was too afraid of, like, blowback and she didn't care. Like, I don't care what it was, but she's not doing it. So, you know what? Like, I'm just going to let it be.
Seriously. Because, I mean, in a lot of these cases, a lot of these family vloggers, this is their sole source of income. And we're out here being like, quit exploiting your kids and their stories and their literally everything about them in order to make a living. And they have to forsake that. We don't want those kids to suffer poverty and stuff because their parents can't get it together or get a regular job. So it is a lot to ask of a lot of these people. I'm not saying that's an excuse or anything, but it's also a consideration that one has to make.
For sure.
And so,
I mean, she could make $1 million alone off a birth vlog. She really could. And that's going to be appealing to a lot of people.
Huge money. I mean, you just look at like the kinds of attention that the LeBrant family and like all the kind of skeezy stuff that they've done with their kids' stories and everything like that. So when somebody is at this crossroads and they have the opportunity to make a lot of money, like her mom has off of YouTube, or a lot more, because I'm sure she's making a lot. She's got 901,000 subscribers, and you know, good for her, because she's kind of riding the coattails of the family parent channel. But now she's going to, there's a schism, and she's going to not do the same thing that her mom is doing.
So, which is great. That's a big deal. And she's the oldest daughter. And there's, I'm sure, a lot of parentification that happened for her. So from a trauma lens perspective, like, you know, there could be something there that she's working through. And this is a really big deal to, I know it's not like going against, but it is kind of going against. The LeBrants aren't Mormon.
No, we were just talking about family vloggers in general.
Because she's pregnant again also. Setting boundaries as the oldest daughter, hard. Yeah, counsel people in therapy about that all the time, because it's hard. It's really, really hard. And it's not easy if you have like parents who are not supportive. And so easily she's making a hard decision, and I support her. But here's the deal. I am part of the, let's see, what's the subreddit so I can shout it out. I think it's Not Enough Nelson Snark. Yeah. Okay, so r/Not Enough Nelson Snark. If you want more Not Enough Nelson fam specific stuff. So I saw a post in there earlier that somebody screenshotted a bunch of comments that were left on Cass's or on Kennedee's video. So if you scroll down, okay.
Oh, they're not seeing this right now. So let me bring it back up.
If you scroll down, comments are turned off.
Ooh.
So based on what I read in the Snark sub, comments were on originally. And she turned them off, which after some of these that I have read and seen, I do not blame her in the slightest, because this shit is unhinged. Okay. So I grabbed the link to the post from the Snark sub. So we'll shout out this person, whoever put it together, and we'll read through some of these just so you guys can get an idea of the feedback that she's getting for this and why this should be just even more encouraging as to why you shouldn't put your children on the internet.
Is it this one? Is it in the doc or the?
It's that one right there.
Okay.
So shout out whoever this person is. I can't see the username.
It is. Let me zoom in a little bit. I heart. Cowlitz. I don't know. You guys can judge for yourself.
You guys can see. I just want to make sure this person gets credit for gathering these comments.
Yeah, before we were able to get to them.
Before we read some of them. So let's just go through some of these, shall we?
There we go. This person comments and says, your birth vlog could make your millions, sweetie.
She's right. Or he's right.
Yeah.
But as like a way to like bully someone or like encourage someone or like manipulate.
Like dangle something in front of them.
Like, hello? Okay, go to the next one. Okay, so this is like, I don't even know who wrote this comment. This gives like 90-year-old typing. This is like something, this is how my grandma would type. Let's say that. I am not happy that you not showing you baby, but I am just say you not going to get that much likes and views because you fans want to see you life and you baby. You mad us so excited and see now I am so angry, sad. I was crying so much because I was so excited, but so I don't know what the hell this is.
Right.
But people.
Big P with the gifted.
Thank you.
As usual. Appreciate you. And welcome to the, let's see who is the new one. Luhu.
Entitled. Welcome. Like, I swear. When we're done with this, I'm going to show you her other comments because clearly you guys are not obsessed and parasocial with us enough. Because it's like a damn cult in these comments. Like, I swear to God. It's crazy. But, like, the fact that we even have to talk about this. Like, I'm so sad. I was crying. Like, are you okay? Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, go to the next one.
90 or 9. There's no in between.
There's no in between, really.
So that somebody responded and said it's her decision. She's the one who's going to birth a little baby Ace. I hope
she
that's not
did share the name/nickname.
Whoops. Okay. A little bit A. If she doesn't want to, that's fine. It's her choice. Stop being so rude and arrogant. Nobody cares then. What was the hip for? She was making us so excited for what? Nothing.
So I'm like, what?
What were you doing exactly? She is putting this out there. So I don't know if she's got like membership or whatever, but the majority of a YouTuber's content is free to view for everybody. So what exactly were you doing that you have some sort of dog or some sort of skin in the game?
For real.
Honestly.
For real. And we can't run this through like typo or Grammarly or anything.
I just think it's funny because like I remember in school, all the teachers are like, you're not going to have word, what do you call it? Spell check in your pocket. Check. And now we do. And people still write just as bad.
Indeed.
Anyway. Foreskin. Did I say that? Please tell me no.
I'm still mad that she's not showing her baby on social media. Another good example. Go to the next one.
Okay. Why are you mad? Let us know.
I'm so disappointed. We will never see your baby. It's truly sad. I was looking forward to it. What the hell? You be making videos with your siblings sometimes, but not letting us see the child. So disappointed that we can't. Now your channel won't be the same again after telling your fans about this with like 1 million crying emojis. I desperately want to believe that this is like a 13-year-old.
Yeah. Honestly, because we have had our fair share of their fans coming on videos that we've done about them and just like totally saying, oh, they're such great people or whatever. And I'm like, yes, you can be a good person, but that doesn't mean that you're exempt from being criticized.
And they're generally not.
There's like no nuance. All good. These people are all good. My favorite. And they are part of my life.
It's just not. They just don't portray what actually happens behind the scenes. And we had somebody who came and talked to us about them, and I can't tell why or how they know them or are related to them. I'm going to keep it very vague. But they can't speak publicly, but they shared with us some things. And it just affirms what we already know about a lot of these family vloggers, that what you see on screen is not actually what happens. There is way more effort that goes into raising 16 children than just like filming YouTube videos.
Takes a lot of help.
And so it's like, it's just all fake. Like, it's all fake. And this is a consequence of what we create. People who feel like they're entitled to your children. Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
I don't even like strangers having pictures of my cats. Yeah, that's fair. Why are you guys not putting your baby on camera?
Did you watch the video?
Like, you don't need to have...
Jarden, it not fair. We see Kazoo. It hurt my heart.
Hurt my heart. My heart. Yeah. You guys are not putting your baby... Why are you not putting your baby on camera? Can you imagine? A lot of times in these comment sections where people are just being absolutely deranged, or people can't understand that this is freak behavior, just put it into real... Take it off of the internet. Can you imagine you're pushing your infant child through the grocery store? They're asleep. You have like a thing covering their little baby carrier or whatever. And someone was like, why can't I see your baby? Lift up the blanket. Why can't I see your baby? I need to see your baby. Show Babby. Show Babby now.
Like,
and then they started like
we would do.
Shitting, crying, pissing themselves because you wouldn't pull the blanket up. Like, it's deranged behavior.
Which, let me say, I did have a friend that I went to college with who did have an experience with an older woman in a grocery store who did get mad that she wouldn't show her baby.
I would start screaming.
She was like newly postpartum, and it was not a good experience for her. I remember her telling me about it. But like, this is not a regular normal experience. And thus YouTube and the internet has created a monster. Okay. Hi, Ken. Just wanted to tell you how I am feeling with no disrespect. I understand you not wanting to show baby, but I kind of feel that we have been teased so much up to him being born and then not being able to see him. Would you consider just showing one newborn picture with us? And then someone says, I'm so effing... They can't even write it out. About you and Chase's idea, which is her husband. I'm so mad at you. You better show him, because if you don't, there will be a problem.
Like, we're
really,
straight
like,
up resorting to threats over what? Free entertainment with some ads?
Like, what do you, like, this is turning into like a give me your firstborn child type situation. Yeah. Like, I demand a sacrifice for watching your YouTube videos, as if like the child is a reward for me. Like if you don't want to watch her stuff, then don't watch it. It's like, go play The Sims. God, like, if you guys are so desperate, go watch people who play Pregnant Sims or something.
If you're so desperate to see a baby, I don't know, go to the park or something. Unless a person like this gives vibes that they're probably not allowed to be near the park.
Or they're too young to drive to a park.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like, where do they land?
Google Babby. Google show Babby.
Like,
Alexa, download pictures of Babby to my phone. Don't tell them to go to the park. Well, if this is a person who is not on a registry, don't go to the park. If this is a person who is 9 years old, go to the park. Go outside. You don't need to be commenting on YouTube.
Touch grass.
Touch grass.
Like, I don't even, like, even from my perspective as people who I don't watch bloggers or anything like this, but like, I wouldn't feel entitled to like a baby video.
Never.
Just because I watched her pregnancy content.
Right.
Like, for example, if McKay and I had another kid, I would probably share like some things, like updates along the way, like if I was pregnant, which is not going to happen, by the way. But I would, like, it wouldn't like make me feel like I have to provide you guys with a baby photo. Like, it's just like my prefrontal cortex is like trying to make sense of this, and it's not happening. And we're in Delulu. Like, we are like permanently in Delulu in these comments. It is so bad. Okay, keep going. Okay, so this one's great. I really don't want to watch you anymore after telling us you're not showing him, and now people are so mad and sad and really wanted to see him.
This is funny. Oh my God, your content's not changing? I don't want to watch you anymore.
Right? Why are you not having the baby on YouTube? Because the baby needs to on YouTube. Okay? The baby doesn't need anything with YouTube. Okay?
The baby cannot be had on YouTube. That is against terms of service.
Nor do I want to see that. Why make so many videos about baby in your stomach if you're not going to show him in your videos? Like, that's mostly why people are watching, to be able to see him grow up and see their cute little baby, and you're not even showing him on YouTube. Like, you guys, these people are legitimately upset. Like, baby in your stomach makes me think this is a 13-year-old.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Okay, No hate at all. You know it's going to be a good comment when it starts that
good.
way. It's always
That's how
hate.
I always start hate comments.
That's how it always has to be. I love you, Ken. A little weird. But I'm a little confused about your decision to not show them on social media. I get that you want to have privacy, but you've already told basically everything about this kid. I mean, we know his gender, his name,
this
and
kid
everything.
isn't even like its own person yet.
No.
How do you know anything about this kid?
You also made many videos about this baby. I mean, this pregnancy has been a very big deal for you and your fans on YouTube. Probably want to see him at least once. If these were my fans, y'all, I would be so pissed at you guys.
You'd be so banned.
I would be so pissed at you guys. I would be kicking your butts out of our chat because you are not entitled to anything. Just because she exists pregnant, does that mean you are entitled to her child? Like, Jesus Christ, how hard does this have to be? I truly don't get it.
The truly ironic part is I get that you want to have privacy, but no but. Everybody is... If you think you see everything on YouTube, you're wrong. And she's entitled to show what she wants to show. That's what the privacy is. The issue that we have is that family vlog channels are not offering that opportunity to their children.
Yeah. Yeah, and we've even had it. We don't get it very often, but over the time of our Instagram, if you don't follow us on Instagram, go follow us at Jordan McKay. Because we'll post pictures with Kazoo in them, but we always blur him out so you can't see his face. But we've even had comments from people sporadically of like, why don't you show your kid's face? And it's always funny because we have to blur the shit out of stuff for privacy, and it like screws up the photos to the point that sometimes I even debate posting them sometimes because they look so stupid. But you guys love them and I still want to post them. So it's like, I'm not going to judge to what degree she's comfortable.
Yeah.
So like...
Also, why do you want to see a newborn? I'm sorry.
They all look like aliens,
They
bro.
all look like aliens. Ours included. Kazoo is the cutest kid on the planet Earth. I will not be taking any notes. I don't want to see your baby because there's no contest. I already know there's no contest. But I come across those photos of when he was a newborn, and that kid was ugly. I'm sorry. It just is what it is.
Yep.
So...
And so it's like newborns are not cute. Like older babies, like, 1, 2, 3 months.
Yeah, it's basically
cute.
like a skeleton with skin on it at that point.
They're not cute.
Yeah, no.
Some of them are. Like some people pop out like really cute kids, but ours, bless his heart, was not one of them.
Yeah, there you go.
But he grew into it, so now he's adorable.
They look wrinkly and furious. Yeah,
I look like a football. There you go.
It's like some sort of mutant... hairless
alien
cat when they come out. It's not entertaining or cute at all.
Clickbait much?
Clickbait much?
Which is so ironic given that that's what NENFam does. Like, Tiffany is queen of clickbait.
This is suddenly where you're drawing the line when she's like, here's a question that you may be asking, and here's my answer.
Yeah. So
I mean, it took 8 minutes, but like...
I sent you 2 more unhinged ones that I found.
Oh, okay, let me pull those
text.
up right quick. Let me just pull us back to our... beautiful faces, and
hello.
That way I don't...
I'm reading chat. Yes, Tater Tot, your baby. Congrats on the tater.
Oh yeah, congrats on the little Tater Tot.
Her Tater Tot is cute. I can say that with confidence.
All right, I think I just want to pull these up. Oh, and I oop.
I just took screenshots. I just looked like right before we hopped on. This one was also from the
damn it.
This one we've already seen. This one was the threat one.
Oh,
just
that one was the threat.
Differently. This one,
it's taking a second.
I'm gonna need to pull up. This one we've already seen.
This one you saw?
This was just a screenshot. Go scroll down to the bottom. I swear. It's in the middle. It's a white one.
Ah!
It's between, there's 2 of them. Right under the...
I'm looking as fast as I can. Sorry, guys.
It's those 2.
Those guys?
Yeah. There's that one and then the one underneath it.
There we go. Okay, here we go.
Can they see this?
I'll put it back so they can.
Okay. So this is one that really got me. Yeah, it's kind of a tease at this point. She's sharing. So I couldn't find the comments because she turned the comments off. So I went to her most recent video. Okay, and this is what I found. She's sharing her journey with us only for us to not see her baby. We watch all these videos about getting ready for the baby just for us to not see the baby in future thumbnails and videos. I understand it's their decision, but it wouldn't hurt to at least her fans that have supported her see the baby. I'm sure a lot of people are fed up as well, including me. So now we're guilt tripping her. Now you're saying that because you're fans and you've supported her, that you deserve to see the baby at least once.
What does support look like? Are you doing the bare minimum of just watching?
Because that doesn't get you anything.
You absolutely should not think that you deserve anything for just watching. And it is support. I'm not going to say that you guys
for
watching.
For us, it's major support.
It's major support, yeah. And it helps us out a lot, but I'll be damned if you guys think that you deserve like some special award just for watching or anything like that.
Well, I mean, we give you rewards.
We give you rewards and stuff like that. I guess
not the pregnancy.
Reward of my child.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. You guys
I would never. I don't expect
rewards.
jack from any of my favorite creators. So, especially not something so invasive. It's also giving internalized misogyny.
A little bit.
Like, this pregnancy is only about the child, even though Kennadee has been making these vlogs about her experience, and now people are taking away that you've been talking about all of this, and you won't even see or show us the climax of the whole story.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, is she not a person? Like, you're
crazy.
Really only watching for this baby?
And then go to the one underneath it.
Crazy to me. Let me bring this up. That was a weird accent.
That was weird.
All right. Oh, wait. There we go.
Okay, so same thing. It's not even fair that we watched all of her pregnancy journey videos and not able to see
like, it's her journey. It's not this baby's journey.
It is wild to me that this is like
this baby is like not even really aware of what's going on, even at this point so late in gestation. Like,
I just can't with this. Like, this is, somebody said it earlier, I think this is absolutely a consequence of family vlogging, because before this, we weren't like, with celebrities, we were involved in their lives to some degree, but not like it is with family vlogging.
It's already, yeah. And we're not even going there at the mainstream.
And so people are now of the mindset that they are entitled to like being in people's personal lives and their personal decisions way more than they would be otherwise because of the family vlogger situation. So it's almost a situation that's been created like by the family vlogger universe. And it's not, I mean, I think it's kind of a universal experience for people that are like famous on some level, having people like demand things of them. But this is unique because it's not like, you know, we're getting the Kim K cut edited reality TV show version. Like, you know, we're getting, this is my house, these are my kids, this is where they go to school, this is their principal's name, these are their classmates. Like, we're getting a level of involvement that nobody should have. Yeah. You know, like, even the Kardashians only put out there what they want you to see. Yeah.
And I've seen family vloggers where they're like, oh, let's go to school with my kids. And I can see exactly what school they go to.
Like Ruby, when she did that video, when she got pissed at the principal.
Yes. Not only that, I was thinking of somebody else. I'm not going to say anything because she's already going through tough enough time. I just want to highlight this. I wish I could give gold stars to people who make good chats that I love.
For real.
Anyway, it's giving, I was buying you drink. This is Melanie. Shout out Melanie. Nick's in the chat. It's giving, I was buying you drinks all night and now you won't go home with me? What a tease.
For real. Same idea. Like this expectation of something that you're not entitled to because this is a human.
Like this was my entire, like, your motivations were completely different. I was completely focused on this exterior thing and now you're not giving me that exterior thing and I'm pissed. Chad Frankie called me a P word on Instagram for being gay and I don't know anymore. That's...
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That's problematic behavior.
That's bad.
Does it surprise me coming from the alpha male? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he is getting into the wrong things.
It's giving incel, unfortunately.
That's the worst thing.
It's giving incel. I really hope that, I mean, these kids are screwed up. They were raised by Ruby.
Yeah. excuse by any means.
I feel horrible for them. But yeah, you can't
it's
just
also
say
a
shit like
byproduct
that.
of Mormonism. Honestly, it fosters that kind of a mentality. Ellen Mellon, welcome to the Celestial Kingdom. Gay Kyles Unite. What's up, other Kyle Young? I DM'd you guys the screenshot on Insta. Oh my god, let's get the receipts in here.
I'm looking. How long ago?
I don't want
My
people
Instagram
claiming
DMs
that
are always
Kyle is
messed
just
up.
saying shit.
My
How long
Instagram
ago was
DMs
it?
are always screwed up, so I might be able to search you if your name is.
Is
the
Chad
same.
a tater tot? I don't doubt it. Gay Kyles are the only Kyles I'm rocking with.
Send me another message with it so it'll bump it
Right
up.
now, yeah.
Because
Wait, Kyle, I saw it right there.
they're all usernames.
I saw them right before.
There's like a million of them.
It's KNAPPP.
I know. I looked at this one and that's not it.
It's not that?
No.
Swag. Also, did Kennedy's followers never learn internet safety? Seriously, I swear to God, we're at like an all-time low when it comes to like internet safety and security and things like that. It just blows my mind.
For real.
3 Gay Kyles. Where's our other Gay Kyle?
Okay, so I will keep watching my Instagram DMs because my Instagram DMs are dumb. I swear. Like the way that Instagram organizes things is so stupid, and I get comment or messages that get lost, and so it's a whole thing.
Yeah, media literacy is none. I'm gonna call Jordan out a little bit on this one.
What?
Just to use you as an example, but she sent me a TikTok of this one lady. She's like, "It's so cold in Canada. Watch this." Canada. And she like pours a hot kettle out onto the ground, and it like freezes in a spiral. And Jordan was like, "Isn't that crazy?" I was like, "It's fake." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Literally in her name is VFX, video effects. Also, that was boiling water, and if boiling water freezes instantly, you cannot be outside."
Melissa, but I love this. Okay, Jordan, but seriously, give me your bank account.
Oh my
info.
God, we've been watching for so long, and now you won't even give us your
you-
social security number?
Melissa
What a tease.
gave us a potato, to be fair.
Yeah, Melissa did send us a potato.
We opened your potato on our Sims Live, so you'll have to go and watch it. It was the first one, right?
I think it was the second one.
Or the second one?
Yeah, the Friday one.
Yeah, we have it. We love it. So thank you.
I
for that.
support, but give credit card. I know if you're looking for credit card numbers, you have to go over to the H3 podcast and become a member there.
Get one from Ethan.
Allison, welcome to the Terrestrial Kingdom.
So anyway, we did get the potato and we love it. We had to hide it because
Did you
Tom
check
was
Instagram again?
trying to eat it, or
So-
Baloney was trying to eat it.
Anyway, sorry for picking on Jordan. She was not the only one. I saw a whole bunch of people reposting this. So I'm like,
Okay, to be fair, I'm kind of dumb sometimes. There was that picture that went around of Abby Shapiro with like massive boobs, and Abby Shapiro already has big boobs, but like I'm another big boob girly, so I can talk about this, okay? And there was one that she had like massive knockers, okay? And I showed it to McKay, and I was like, this can't be real, right? Like I literally had to double check. So sometimes I'm not the smartest, okay? I can own up to when
I also have an extraordinary eye for stuff like that. So
I do not. I was not chronically online because my mom did not allow me to be. So my media literacy is good, but not great.
she was breastfeeding. It was nearly impossible to tell. I think this was before she was pregnant.
I don't even know. It was a while
an older
ago.
photo, I think.
I'm just my dumb bisexual ass, okay?
She was just like, oh.
Well,
She
it
was
just
distracted.
seemed
Which is
unrealistic
understandable,
compared
you
to the videos that I've seen. but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Now you know. You got it.
Now you know. I'm still looking. Send me your username. What's your username? And I'll look it up
What's
that way.
Kyle Knapp on there? The person that you were looking at.
Yeah. But I looked for that and I didn't have any messages from either of those accounts.
Oh, poopy. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Sorry, that's what they are. Hell of a bottom Carter.
That's why.
That is that a drag name? Because that is fucking awesome.
That would be why.
Trying to
it
send a
didn't
super
pop
chat.
up.
I saw it. Don't worry. Sorry. Don't send a super chat.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I'm glad.
Okay, I opened it up, but oh, you just sent me You sent me. I don't have a screenshot in here.
I don't do drag, but if I ever do, yeah, there you go.
Send me
You're
a photo.
set.
If you took a
It's
photo.
best to just set yourself up for success, in case you do.
Okay. Anywho, that is. While I got distracted. Anyway, that is the Kennadee situation as it sits right now. Summary from me: I am happy about it. Thrilled for them. Glad she's pregnant. Glad she's living out her hopes and dreams.
For
Get
real.
a girl. Love it for you. And you're not posting your kid on the internet. So even better. Stop posting your siblings and I'll be even more happy. But, you know, you're not their mom. So at the same time, I get it. But at the same time, it's also still kind of screwed up. So I don't know.
Aura, thanks for the super chat. And then Mayonnaise bringing up the stuff from the absolute back of my mind here. Do any Exmos remember getting shown a weird video about Mormon don't use swears group run by a kid getting sent a bomb in the mall?
No.
I do remember
sentence
that.
Does make no sense to me.
Yeah, I remember that because the kid's name was McKay.
Oh.
Yeah, there was in the Sunday school material, or I think it was in priesthood quorum. So whatever the gender correlation program was. Anyway, it was like this little video thing that they were testing out, and this was one of the first ones, and it was like this kid who started a group online, like the no swear club or something like that, and then he was like getting threatened by people,
Okay,
which is silly. Anyway, not good to threaten children, but it's also silly to think that this kid
Thank you, Kyle. I've just pulled it up. Okay, so this is, literally from Chad himself.
Oof. What
What did you
what
just
am I
do?
doing with this mouse? Why can't I get this to... There we go. There we go. Caught in 4K right here, ladies and gentlemen, days and dems. Boom.
Yikes, bro. Am I
Also,
really...
was this a post on, or a comment on one of your posts?
No, I imagine that he commented on one of his, I would guess. Because he interacts with people in his comments a lot.
That would be really freakish if it was on Kyle's post.
Well, that would be worse. For the record, I do not post nudes, so it's not even accurate. And even if it was, like, even if it was somebody doing, like, OnlyFans or something, like, there's a reason that's for 18-year-olds and older.
Oh, commented about the alpha male thing.
The alpha male
that's
thing.
fair.
That
And
makes
then
sense.
he really was just like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna
threatened.
show him.
He's threatened, bro. Chad
Yeah.
living up to his name of being a Chad. And you know what? I'm going to give him tiny wiggle room because of his upbringing, but he's an adult now and he's got some shit to work through, clearly.
Very masculine of him. Yep.
So that's great. Lovely, Chad. My mom had a big fluffy white cat named McKay. That's adorable. Okay, so let's transition into Bethany, shall we not?
We shall.
Don't open anything yet. Because
I'm
I
just
gotta pull up
enlarging
my
this because I
links
can't
here.
see Jack from this distance in notes. You can't just zoom in like in other places.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I had stuff in notes too.
We're talking about Chad from 8 Passengers, Chad. If we didn't clarify that enough.
Yes.
Okay. So
Keep people scary. Chad Frankie 2024. That's exactly why I'm like, when people try to tell me, oh, like conservatives aren't demonizing queer folks, like, what planet are you living on? Be for real right now. I will not stand here while you just lie to my face like that. Come on.
Bye, Song of Solace. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so let's talk about Bethany, because we haven't talked about Bethany in a while.
We did last week.
Like
talking about?
like in depth talking about
Oh,
her,
okay. Fair.
though. So I figured the rest of our time we can talk about Bethany. It's Bort time, and Bort is my favorite name for her now. I don't know who
Bort.
in the Fundy Snark Uncensored sub came up with that, but it's brilliant.
It reminds me of the of Zoidberg in one of the Futurama movies. He's just like,
Yes.
Bort.
Yes.
Bort.
Like, so we're going to talk about her because she's on one lately because her newest grift is The Intimate Wife, which is an Instagram account that she started directed at Christian married women who want to improve their intimate lives. Okay. And again, I'm going to be myself with my opinions, but also I'll throw in some professional therapist opinion input, not
Jordan's
advice.
got the juice.
Not advice.
Opinions
And input as somebody who works with couples and
information.
The topic of sex basically every day. So we're going to start with people are not responding very positively to Bethany's new grift. Okay.
Yeah.
She's getting some feedback from her fans.
Okay.
Can you guys see Thomas?
Don't make them think that I haven't fed you because I have.
What are you doing? Do you just need some attention? No? You don't want that either? Do you want to get on McKay? Where do you want to go? You don't usually do this. This is usually Baloney doing this.
Well, Baloney's over there taking up space on a chair. So.
Are you okay? You don't usually do this.
Let the people know.
I just hear him purring. Anyway, Thomas. Okay, so scroll down. Is this the one that I wanted? Is this in the right order?
This is what I got first.
Let me make sure this is the order that I
Comments
want.
from Bethy's loyal followers. If you were here last week, if you saw last week's stream, you already are familiar with this post.
We're in the right order.
Ow, Thomas, your claws, dude.
Okay.
You gotta go, bud. That's certain.
Okay. So this is the post. Again, she's doing some weird, she's just phrasing this weirdly. I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to talk about that
Hard
right now.
to say.
But we're going to go into what the comments say. So scroll to the next slide, and then you're going to have to zoom in a little bit so I can see.
That's the thing is...
it's Reddit. So
Reddit kind of took it. Well, this is okay. This is all right.
Okay.
This will work.
So this is one of her people who follow her, allegedly. We don't know for sure, but it's on her account. So you are just using sex to make money and hiding behind Jesus to do so. Now, there's a sentence I thought I'd never say. You're using pornographic terms and you get more filthy for shock value to make a buck. I cannot believe you discuss things like that openly when your friends and family and church members read these things. Sex sells. You're just like everyone else, cashing in on sex to get followers and make a quick buck. Now this is rough. This is rough and tumble feedback for her.
Right.
Because I don't disagree. Sex sells. Not in the same way that people usually do it. But there is some shock value to what she's doing in the Christian community.
Yeah.
Because there's
definitely
not a lot of other people who are really doing what she's doing in the way that she's doing it. Because she's doing it in a very
She's
weird
out
way.
on an island.
There are Christian sex therapists and stuff, I'm sure, out there. Like, there's Mormon sex therapists out there that I can think of, like Jennifer Finlayson 5, who do have good advice, who are therapists, who are, qualified to give advice as such and base it in research and practice and evidence. But that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, she's just like, I've done it. You can see my children. And let me coach you on it.
For real. Okay, next one.
But, yeah. Some would say that no Bort is an island, but this Bort is an island on her Christian sex content journey.
Julia H33, thank you for the gifted.
Thank you for the gifted. And welcome, Zap.
And welcome, Zap. We like your little profile picture. That's cute.
Cute.
Okay, so just to be clear, and this looks like an older woman.
Let me be clear.
But this woman says LMAO, so I'm taking that back. So just to be clear, having intercourse in the same room as children is okay. Farting and peeing yourself during intercourse is okay. But being gay is a sin. Okay, LOL, please see a doctor, LMAO. So this isn't actually a fan of hers, but it is...
This is someone that probably needs to not touch the poop.
Someone who shouldn't be touching the poop, but it is an interesting point, she's really starting to get close to the line. This is definitely someone's, troll account. Beth from BethMart.
Yeah, for real. Kyle, welcome to the Celestial Kingdom.
We love you. Thanks for being here.
Points were made.
Okay, next one.
We're going to the next.
I think there's more on this one.
No, I think there's only 3. Oh, there are. Sorry.
Okay, this one just made me laugh.
when you try a spicy dance move in the bedroom and it actually looks spicy. I mean,
like, why are you posting this?
Is that the purpose? Is that not the purpose?
Is that not what usually happens, so you're shocked when it actually comes off that way?
Her dexterity skill was too low, but somehow she rolled a crit.
What? What?
Anyway, okay, here's the next one.
Okay.
Someone take away her phone.
So there is so much potential for you outside of your husband. I hope you will one day, this is on TikTok, I hope you will one day all that is possible for you outside of being a wife. I love being a wife, celebrating every moment I have with my man. Did I say that?
And my man.
Enough?
Thank you to my man.
You know?
It was giving. Whoa. Fairy Watcher with the 5. Spreading the love. Appreciate ya.
Debbie Kennedy, welcome to the Celestial Kingdom.
Welcome to all these new people.
We love you guys. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happening there, but this was the title of the TikTok, was like, when your house is a wreck, but you don't care because you and your husband are vibing or something like that. The next one has it in a bigger font.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, sorry, I'm not on top of it.
This one.
Okay, when your house is a wreck, but you and your husband are totally vibing, so nothing else in the world matters. Okay.
Like, okay. What?
Anyone else getting this way?
No. When our house is a wreck, usually we're complaining to each other about the fact that the house is a wreck.
Yeah, I cannot function. the level that our house has been a wreck lately, I cannot function.
Tornado.
Yeah. Our roommate, that dude doesn't clean up.
Nope.
All he does is he enters a room and destroys things.
Yep.
Except for the dishes, as long as he can play in the water. He's just a silly goose, honestly.
He's a 3.5-year-old. There's only to some degree that you can teach him how to clean up after himself, and beyond their natural brain development.
Right.
Okay, so weird to present yourself as an expert when you've literally only had one apparently dissatisfied partner. I was like, oof. This is TikTok. Girl needs to get off TikTok. They don't leave any room. They're rating her
TikTok.
for filth over here.
TikTok is not the place for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the last one on this post.
Okay, so we could go through her comments all day because there's so many of them, but things really took off, I thought was funny, when she started engaging with this pastor's wife in her comments.
Which pastors' wives? Are they like all so bold? Is that like a common trait? Obviously, I've never had a pastor. To be meek. So.
Okay, so this person says, as a mom and home educator, I'm super concerned that this gives a really poor example to single women. Not only is this not progressive thinking, it's backwards. The Gospels are not about sex at all. Pleasure, erotic love are not part of the relationship with the Creator. I would certainly hope not. And don't quote the Song of Solomon, I'm a pastor's wife. Christ and the church.
Don't do that!
Christ and the church are the bride/bridegroom in terms of devotion, not erotic love. Please stop texting for everyone's sakes.
Texting.
I was like, yikes, bro. Yikes.
Let the infighting begin.
And then she says, you don't understand how intimacy is ultimately a picture the relationship God desires with us. Are you familiar with the word yada? So for context, I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. So I can't even give you like, here's my Mormon perspective on this, because I truly don't know what she's talking about here. This is not a religious thing that I ever encountered.
So for context, she's yapping right now. We don't know what she's saying.
She's yapping. And then she starts to use big words. This makes me think that Dave typed this. This is my theory, okay, in part. I'm very familiar with all the pseudo-intellectual garbage that has spilled into emotional evangelical Christianity. That is not biblical, and erotic love has nothing to do with the way that God loves us. It is a love for a child from a parent, from a creator to creation. The supreme creative force for all life does not want to have erotic knowledge of you, and teaching that is absolutely false. So this, I thought Bethany wrote this. This was a random commenter that tagged her. I was like, Dave wrote this, or this is not her words.
Yeah, because they didn't block her out.
Yeah. I read at the intimate wife as her username. So this is, again, it looks like the same pastor person. So, go to the next one.
Yada, 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 no Bible.
More yapping.
Whole lot of yapping. All right.
So then she goes on to say, but honestly, why would I be surprised coming from someone who posts about her sex life while targeting virginal women? Are we really calling them that
Who
now?
is commenting this?
As her audience. You are not an example of modesty or godly womanhood. Talking about sex in a healthy way shouldn't include horrible references to your own personal experience. Did you know that in the time of Jesus, Song of Solomon was reserved for married scholars? It was considered too erotic for young single people. Oh
Why is it in the Bible?
These people and their Song of Solomon. I can't.
I'm going to need a fact check on that one. Somebody called Dan McClellan.
For real.
Because I kind of doubt that.
That doesn't make any sense to me. That sounds like something we wouldn't know if I were to just put it plain and simple. Like, did Jesus write married scholars only on this? Like,
right.
Like, what? Okay, so go down.
It's true, Caroline says. Okay.
I mean, that's fair, but I also don't want to hear about it from Bethany.
The digs in here talking about sex in a healthy way shouldn't include horrible references to your own personal experience.
It's such a slight, dude.
Oh, that is just brutal.
Okay, someone who is barely literate and can't spell shouldn't be teaching anyone. The garbage ministries you run should be investigated by the IRS, and you should be ashamed for representing the gospel in this way. It's honestly blasphemous. This gives a person that might be touching the poop to me with the IRS reference, so I'm gonna ignore that one and go down. She doesn't even respond on her Intimate Wife account. She forgot to swap accounts and is now responding as Bethany Beal again. We definitely disagree on a lot. I'm surprised as a pastor's wife you don't have a more gentle and quiet spirit like we read about in the scriptures. I personally appreciate the work of authentic intimacy and think Julie does an amazing job of explaining all this. So I think this was a comment on somebody's stuff in her course, like somebody she interviewed. But this was such a burn for the pastor's wife. Oh my God. I could not out here believe it. Like more
shots.
Like, quiet woman.
Fired.
Quiet woman.
Yeah, silence. Sit down, pastor's wife.
Yeah.
Your husband's talking.
And then she responds again. I think it cuts off. It might go into the next one.
Yeah, let's pull the next one up.
So then Bethany responds and says, I'm clearly an enemy to you.
No, this is her. This is the pastor's wife.
This is?
Yep.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. That's Bethany.
It's blocked out.
No, that's Bethany responding to the girl.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm clearly an enemy to you. Even scripture speaks to that. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. I look forward to your prayers for me with a smiley face. I was screeching at this. Okay. And then...
You know, if she's going to be a goofball on the internet, at least it's good to see that she's developed some thick skin.
For real. Never has she had to do this more than now. So then somebody responds, girl, no, you're the educator / teacher in this scenario. Turn the other cheek, let it go. Don't drive the disdain deeper with so much snark and sarcasm. I know you don't see it, but that attitude drives some of your audience away. It gives you the appearance of defensiveness and a lack of gentleness, meekness, kindness, and patience. Why respond like this? Let it go. You're on display as a representation of Christ and the gospel, and this is not coming as an enemy. I bought one of your question guides. I used some of your ideas, but like, no, what is this?
Girlie, you should get a refund.
Girl, what? You probably came up with some of those questions and you bought it anyway.
You paid for your own thing.
Like, what? Okay, keep scrolling down. And then this is another person who responded. I'm not sure which one is the pastor's wife. I think this is. Oh, yeah, this is the pastor's wife responding down here. Sister. This is how you know it's going to get.
Sister.
Hi, sister!
She just sistered her.
You are a Christian in name, not in fact, and I've clearly struck a nerve that speaks truth. I'm sure your family and sister in ministry is/are ashamed and embarrassed by you. I, as a successful pastor's wife and mother to many beautiful and successful children, can tell you that the damage you sow now will reap into eternity. You exhibit slovenly behavior in your entire lifestyle, so I'm glad I'm not part of your toxic version of Christianity. I've used your poor teachings to tell young women what not to do. Red for filth! That's a pastor's wife, a fellow Christian, but Christian
Seriously.
in name only. I was like, this is like Drag Race level of teardown, y'all. This is like the snippets on TikTok I see where you're just like the whole time. Like
your jaws become permanently unhinged from your skull.
I was like, holy shit. And she didn't even have to use like horrible words, but she, in her Christian way, tore Bethany a new one.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
welcome, Bean.
Tore her a new one.
Now sashay away, Bethany.
For real.
I love, I'm sure, blah, blah, blah. What was I looking at here? The damage that you sow now, you will reap into eternity.
Like,
ma'am, this is Instagram. Let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Well, and I think if I were to guess what offended Bethany the most is you're a Christian in name, not in fact. Because, she started off like,
I swear to God, it's always the
slamming.
No true Scotsman. That it's like the first thing they pull out every single time.
Is this a Wendy's?
It's the first thing that that Mormons do. Oh, you're not a real Mormon or whatever.
And
man, this is a Wendy's?
So seriously and so hurtful. So this went down in her comments. I didn't check to see if anything happened after this. I think it petered out at this point. But I was shocked by this interaction. I've never seen somebody come for Bethany so hard in her own tongue, like in her own weird Christian language.
Not even Dave.
Right. Like, I'm like, holy crap. Okay, so then...
Whoever. If anybody caught that, let me know.
So then it gets even better because somebody calls out Dave. Okay? Dave.
Did they really pull the come get your woman?
Nope, not even that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So...
Whoops.
It's
Sorry.
funny.
Hold on.
Because
Hi,
this
Jordan.
comment, hi, was hidden by Instagram, which is hilarious. But somebody commented, your husband follows Kim Anami. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The things I lift with my vag sex educator on YouTube, where she explicitly shares sexual positions with images of women in lingerie. You both obviously consume secular media and information, which is fine, but you coming on this platform and preaching no erotica, no models for lingerie, etc. is just so disingenuous. You are a disgrace.
Ooh.
So
they checked his follow list.
They checked his
How did they know
list.
what to check for?
I don't know. So go back to my list for you and pull up the next link.
Okay.
Which I don't like. Okay, I don't care that Dave's following a sex educator.
How did they know?
Like,
How did this person know?
They looked at his YouTube profile and pulled up who he's subscribed to.
Oh, on YouTube? I thought it was on Instagram.
No.
That's like going the extra mile. Did I double up on the links here?
Yeah, you did.
There we go.
Okay, so one of you lovely snarkers checked, and lo and behold, his subscribe list is public, and she's on there. Okay, the sex educator that these Christians are like thinking she's terrible for some reason because she's probably more explicit than your average sex educator because she's using women in lingerie to display sex positions. God forbid.
God forbid.
God forbid. Interestingly enough, some people also pointed out he follows some like culty channels, like Cults to Consciousness was on there. There was like some psychology culty thing.
Ooh.
Some things that I would potentially associate with like deconstruction, but not necessarily. So there's some interesting things in there.
Could be a little...
Dave does have a secular therapist also. He has talked about. So I pulled up... Don't do that one yet. Let me find out.
It's heating up. This is crazy.
Okay. Can we show this? I was going to ask you.
I think probably not.
Okay, so if you guys want to see what this Kim Anami person, sex educator, is posting, there's a screenshot from the sub, but I don't want to post it because I don't want to get banned on YouTube for explicit content because it does have a
Let me throw it in the chat.
But we'll throw it in the chat real quick. So
Is it the one that I just copied? Or
I've got it.
You got it. Throw it in the chat.
Okay, so I just threw it in the chat. Yes, she is more explicit, and maybe she does some unconventional things. I don't know anything about her. But if their main critique is that she actually, like, shows women in lingerie when describing sex positions, like, it can be very challenging to get the nature of a sex position from, like, a flat cartoon image, okay? So I'm never going to hate on anybody for trying to depict it in a way that's more easily understandable for people. So this is the kind of content. So that's why people are upset, apparently.
Can I buy that?
It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. I would say don't put anything in your hoo-ha that is not recommended by your OBGYN. I will say that. But otherwise, I don't know anything about this woman. So that's just my personal opinion and my right of how I govern my coochie. Hi. Do you need something?
Oh my lord.
Do you want something?
Oh my grid. Can I help you?
What do you need?
I can't have you crawling on my lap because you were scratching me earlier.
You just need attention. See, he doesn't want attention because when you try to pet him, then he leaves. I don't know what he wants.
Can I help you?
Do you just want to be
He does want to be seen, so luckily we're in large mode right now. I don't know what else to call it. Large mode.
Large mode. He's adorable.
This is Tom, by the way.
This is Tom.
Oh, sorry.
Almost knocked Tom off the couch.
Almost knocked him off.
Baloney is sitting like a freak in the chair over there. Wish I could take a picture and show you guys because he looks like a freaking dweeb. Okay, so anyway, then let me scroll down to the original post that caused all the problems. Is the porn is erotica one in the list.
Let me go back to the list.
So this is where the comment was from. They're both orange cats. We tell them apart because Tom's a little bit bigger and he doesn't have stripes on his body.
That's the main way that I tell them apart. Is he doesn't have stripes.
Baloney has stripes. Did you bring the monitor down here?
Got it right here.
Okay.
It's on
Totally
low.
Forgot about that until just now. Okay, so this is what Bethany posted that made apparently this follower go and check Dave's subscriber list, which I think is hilarious. Erotica is not acceptable porn for Christian women. Apparently, she didn't elaborate in the description, but apparently this was a podcast episode that they did recently, where they talked about this. They also posted the one in the list that I sent you that's titled I Agree, because I thought this was funny.
Get the full link here. Boom. Thank you for the gifted P again. Okay. Drop a trash can if you agree. Christian ladies, you need to put Colleen Hoover's books in the trash. You know that it is actually bad when I know who Colleen Hoover is.
Yeah. So they, I'm trying to find, if I recall, there was somebody screenshotted because Dave made his subscriptions public, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's how they saw.
No, private. I mean,
oh,
private.
He made him private.
He made him private, which means Bethany looks at Reddit even though she lies and says she doesn't. Yeah,
Yes, not for the reason that Bethany says.
But yeah, Colleen Hoover books suck, and so this is the
It's
one instance
bad
I
writing.
agree with Bethany. It's horrible writing. But Colleen Hoover is a very popular author, and she writes sex scenes. I've never read any of her books. I've only read snippets, and that has been plenty for me. But I'm sure Colleen Hoover is not even writing that spicy of books, probably compared to a lot of other authors out there in the like general romance genre, I would say.
Yeah.
So I am not a Colleen Hoover fan, but it's just hilarious to me because then there's this comment on the bottom. Coming from the attention hoe who put a post on personal profile about her husband eating her out for Thanksgiving. Not in support of calling another woman a hoe. However, it is an interesting point when you're like, don't read Colleen Hoover, but you're talking about that on your Instagram. Like, girly pop. Which one? Pick a lane. And this is my theory, okay? This is my theory. You can put it back on us if you'd like. That Bethany is straddling because she's like, I'm not deconstructing. Everybody's saying I'm deconstructing and I'm not. My theory is that she's hovering.
She's in denial.
Straddling the line and in denial of where she wants to be because she wants to be like gobbled up on Thanksgiving and posting about it on Maine, which is fine. Be horny on Maine, whatever. Fine. But then she also wants to have her Christian audience buy her shit.
Yeah.
And girly, those don't compute. So I think she's trying to straddle both and it's not working. And so I think that's why we're having this like disconnect with her where she's like at the same time like trying to post like Christian things and shit, but I think she's stuck in between and she really doesn't know. And that might not be conscious for her. This is just like my own personal opinion, knowing what we know about Bethany from an internet perspective where we don't know her in real life. Oh my God, you guys and the cat.
I started it.
You started it? Oh
Yeah.
My gosh.
I love the pop cat, bro.
Yeah, and I'm all for smutty books, and I'm all for people engaging with like sexual material in a way that makes sense for them. Like my lovely supervisor who I meet with once a week while I'm finishing up my licensing is a certified sex therapist, and she's a genius when it comes to all things sex related. And she refers to sexual material as like a spectrum. And so you have, for some people, like watching a Netflix movie with some kissing would be like, you know, entry level. But for some people, that side of the spectrum for them is like a limit. So like we're talking like our, you know, really intense fundies, that might be a limit.
Yeah.
Whereas like some people, Saltburn is like a starting point, and the rest of the way is like all kinds of other things. Like, you know, there's all kinds of other materials and media and like webcams and all kinds of things along that spectrum. But to tell people that it's not Christian to engage with any of that, just in my mind, is just not okay. Like it's blanket statementing something.
It's your interpretation of what Christianity means being applied to other people.
Agreed.
So, sorry.
So
also, potato. I'm not reading this, potato, but you are so wrong for this.
What? I can't read. Oh my gosh, no, I'm not reading that.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah, I think she's stuck on the fact that she wants to be girl boss, but her method of girl bossing, in my opinion, the only reason Bethany is successful is because of the platform they created with Girl Defined. So if she were to deconstruct completely, she loses that success because it is tied to the people who buy Girl Defined.
Yep.
Like Girl Defined is her audience. And so if she were to deconstruct, she would have to start over.
And these are not the people who are welcoming with open arms the apostates. So
exactly. So that's my thought, is that grift kind of goes out the window. Oh my gosh, if NordVPN emails us one more goddamn time.
It's not Nord.
It's not, but it's Nord. So there was that.
Well,
and then,
did you see the email we got from the CEO of Burberry?
Oh, we got an email from the CEO of Burberry. How interesting. Also, recently she did a podcast. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but she did a podcast where she talked about she didn't find out what sex was until she was like 20, and Dave didn't find out until he was like 17 or 18. Which I don't know if I fully believe that. There's a lot of shame tied to when you learn about sex in a Christian or religious context. Lots of people will lie because they don't want to say like they watched porn when they were like 12 or things like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Bethany truly didn't find out till she was 20. But then why are you selling a sex course? Girl, like, what? Like, what? How long ago was it that she was on Maine saying that she had never had a, you know what, trying to be TOS friendly here.
Oh.
And now she's trying to tell people how to do it. That was not that long ago. MCOE of Burberry, give me picture of Babby now. But if I deconstruct, I'll have to get a job. It's a possibility. Like, you lose your grift.
Yeah.
So that would be a motivator for me if one, like, in Mormonism, we talked about it as a shelf, and that's another thing stacked on her shelf.
That's another thing. And when you know about Bethany, you know that she gave up a lot to pursue Girl Defined and
D1 college scholarship.
basketball. So she gave up that opportunity to be able to go to school and to have a degree and everything. So in her mind, if she does have to give that up, if she can't find a new audience, which would be hard to essentially forsake the entire audience that you've built over the past decade and then chance it only to fall flat and have to get a job where, I mean, not going to say that people who don't have degrees can't have good jobs, but
it's harder.
We can assume that this is the only thing that she's been doing her entire adult life. So
I would love to see Bethany play basketball. There's a chance that maybe she's really good, But I want to see it.
She said she was offered
Do I believe
by
anything
schools?
Bethany says?
I don't
Usually
necessarily
not.
believe, but I believe. Whatever. I'll take her at face value.
Gabby Hanna got a real job, so can Bethy. I agree.
True. Gabby Hanna got a job at a YMCA.
And you know what? I'm happy for her.
Yeah, honestly.
There was something else I was gonna point out in chat, but I didn't remember what it was.
Get a real job.
Oh, Samantha W asked, I want a membership for a month on the last sim stream. How do I join fully forever? That's so nice. Do you know how to do it?
No. we only have one. Or do we have membership for Fundy Fridays, or is that Patreon?
I don't
We have
remember.
membership, don't we?
I don't remember.
There's only one membership that I have set up personally, so I honestly could not tell you.
I bet if you go into the membership tab or the join tab, it'll give you an option to extend your
Yeah,
thing.
it would be either of those or YouTube account settings. Check those
Something like
places.
that.
Sorry, I'm not very
Oh, apparently Ellen Mellon says when it's about to run out, it asks if you want to keep going.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So there you go. So then you have an
We've
option
never
to make
been
it
gifted a
permanent.
membership from any channel, so.
Okay, so what was the other thing I had on here? So that was the end of the thing there. But if I
Dave
recall,
could support her as a movie critic.
Oh yeah. I swear there was something somewhere that showed that Dave privated his stuff. Can you search him?
Yeah, I can search him.
Just search him. I want to see if his stuff is private now. Let's all find out together.
Let's find out together here. I'm not gonna do it on screen because just.
And
in
real
case.
question is Bethany actually upset that he follows this secular lady? Was that the name of it?
Can you pull that up real quick?
Yeah. Let's make sure we have the right account here. It's David Beal. One word. At David Beal. Beal.
Search that. Dave and Bethy. Sort by channels. Can I search by at name? Supposedly that would be why they. Oh, they did. There it is.
He privated it.
I mean, obviously somebody used it as a weapon against
Oh my
her.
God.
So
And Bethany's like, get on there and take that down right now.
the piano guys.
The piano guys. He's watching the Mormon piano guys.
He's watching the Mormons.
Now that's a real problem, Bethany. You and I got to have a talk.
That's more. I mean, they're talented.
I'm just saying, I know that somebody commented this, but she can't tell me that she doesn't look at Reddit.
Yeah.
Did this cause a fight, I wonder, or does she not care?
Maybe she was like, what? And then she saw it on the thing. She's like, Dave, what are you doing? I'm so curious to see Dave's future and how Bethy. Yeah.
Why is my video doing this?
I don't know.
That's so dumb.
Your computer is a silly goose, probably. She's
the
probably
piano
in
guys
this
are Mormon.
chat too. I would be honored, honestly.
Hi, Bethy.
Tell Dave to message me. I want to hang out.
Aaron.
Welcome to the Celestial Kingdom.
So there is that, and then let's see. I wanted to pull up a weird thing she did as my ending Bethany outro here was this weird outfit monologue that she did. It's listed in the. She did this weird outfit thing that made me a little bit annoyed at Dave.
Oh, hold on.
Yes. Dave, you have to hide our
doc?
subscriptions. Yes, in the doc. It is called Bethany Outfit Monologue.
All right, let's see it. Why is this hating on me?
Go slower.
There we go. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I have to click it 1,000 times very fast.
Make
very
sure you hit
quickly.
the like button if you haven't already. Okay, so here's Bethany's monologue about her outfit.
All right. unmute.
I've got the sweatpants. I've got the black tank top. I've got the slippers. So when I'm around the house, I want to be comfy. I want to be cozy. My husband loves a good black tank top. It is like one of his favorite things for me to wear around the house.
Then he can wear one.
To be fully clothed in still. He is not a fan of sweatpants, but I love a good sweatpant. I love a good slipper. So this is a way where we compromise. I get the black tank top in. He loves that. He's like, yes, baby. I get the sweatpants in.
Stop. Why'd you
How
have to
do
say
you,
it?
when you're at home and you want to wear stuff that your husband loves and finds attractive, but still do things for you, what does that compromise look like for you? Or what are the things that your husband loves? Like, each husband is different. Like, is there something that you wear that he's just like, yes, baby?
I'm not the same as
The ending.
Dave. Yes, baby.
I just can't. This
What?
is like comical to me, you guys.
What is not to love about sweatpants? I don't understand.
Like, David, chill. I have been dressing like Adam Sandler since I
Dave,
had our
chill.
son. Okay.
Since we had our son?
Well, before that too, but like more often than
There's
not,
nothing wrong with
I am
that.
like an Adam Sandler mom.
You should
okay?
be comfortable in your own home.
But it's like, why do you feel like you have to wear a tank top if you're not comfortable in it? Like, what? I don't get it. Like, Dave doesn't like sweatpants. Well, good for you, Dave. Don't.
He
wear
doesn't have to
sweatpants.
wear them.
Like, or don't look. Damn. Like, what? I don't know what to
She
say
said,
to that.
yes.
Yeah, that
Stop.
replay the ending again.
Oh, Lord.
I heard it too.
Grid save us.
I heard it too. It was weird.
She wanted to say daddy. Let's
just okay. No.
Yes, baby.
See? Replay it again. Replay it again.
Something that you wear that he's just like, yes, baby. I got the sweatpants.
What is that? Why did she do
is that the start of this? Maybe?
I got the sweatpants.
I don't
No.
know, maybe it is. I don't know.
I got the sweatpants.
I don't know. I thought
What
I
is
thought for a second it was
that?
just maybe the loop, but
Sweatpants.
regardless, it's just
I'm not
weird.
What? Like, it almost comes across as they have like a what? It's like like a very low grade humiliation kink. You
Like
know?
entry level.
Like entry level, okay, where they just get on here and say like weird shit.
The aggressive smack to her sweatpants every 2 seconds. Gets me.
Right?
For real.
So I don't know. She's also on TikTok now, which is a mistake. I don't think she'll last long on there.
It's not. Yeah.
But this is what's happening with Bethany, and this is, I mean, we could do like a 12-hour stream just on the shit that Bethany posts on like a daily basis. Like, she is like a gold mine of cringe behavior that's just so confusing. And so I was going to, as
I
a
think Dave watches it later and is into it.
right? Well, that's what I'm starting to wonder. Okay, did I send you this link?
Jordan, Julia is asking why you hate everybody. It's a fair question.
That I made you listen to it?
We definitely hate you. We won't even show Babby. So
Show Babby.
yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to pull up the text messages I sent you.
Okie dokie.
And then scroll down to the bottom. Go to the white big screenshot. That one right there. Okay, so I just
Boingin'.
wanted to pull up. From just like my regular Gmail account, not McKinney's, just like my regular Gmail, I was just curious. I punched in, is erotica bad? Research. And that was all I punched into the Google search, did nothing else. And this is what comes up. So Fight the New Drug is an anti-porn propaganda machine that Mormons love and are very familiar with. And they spread a lot of misinformation. Yep. They weaponize research, try to like some research to be like all encompassing and say that porn is all bad and everything's all bad and it's bad for your brain and all this stuff. And so Fight the New Drug is a very like well known within Mormonism. And then we have Psych Central, which is more evidence-based usually. They don't usually cite a whole lot of sources, but a better resource than a religious-based one. And then Elite Daily, which is just like a random tabloid thing.
God.
But then the last one you guys will see.
Oh, we live in Colorado now.
Focus on the Family.
We should go.
why you should avoid all shades of erotica. So these were the first 4 things when I popped up of is erotica bad research. No religious context, subtext whatsoever. Like, this is what comes up. So
and 2 of the 4 top ones are like religious based. If you don't know about Focus on the Family, you absolutely should go to our favorite YouTube channel, our friends at Fundy Fridays. They have a great video on Focus on the Family.
Does erotica is bad.
Does erotica is bad.
Right? So I wanted to pull this up just for reference of where people are like getting information like this that is potentially biased. And then I wanted to leave you with, it's the last link. I think I sent it to you. Oh, I guess I didn't. Let me pull it up. I wanted to leave you with a list of things
Alexa, download erotica to my iPad.
that would actually be helpful. If McKay will pull it up. So you guys can walk
I'm not
away.
really into being helpful.
So you guys can walk away with some solid knowledge that's weird
not
Bethany
interesting
shit.
to
I
me.
figured I would do my like little
Your due
therapist pro tips,
diligence.
therapy corner moment, not advice, just general therapy knowledge.
Fighting the fight, the new drug.
So if you scroll up a little bit, this is a really good resource if you need, and Melissa, who's a therapist, if she has resources, she can also pipe in here, any other therapist also as well. Sexual Health
Take the
Alliance is a really good
quiz.
resource for like actual research-based material. But these are the 6 sexual health principles, and I talk about these with most of my clients if we enter the realm of sex at one point or another. So I'm not going to read this whole
A little bigger.
this whole thing to you, but this was developed by a variety of people and researchers and actually the World Health Organization, and they came up with 6 like guiding principles for healthy sexual engagement and behavior, and they are as follows. So we have consensual,
Boom.
hopefully is the most obvious, right?
The number 1.
That's what we need to spend the time on, apparently. We've got non-exploitative is number 2. So voluntary cooperation and non-exploitative. There is no power imbalance or control in the sexual relationship in a way that's not consented to. That doesn't include if people are into like more BDSM or things of that nature. I'm talking strictly like non-consensual power imbalances or exploitation of the such. And then number 3 is protection from STIs and unintended pregnancy. That is the most important. If you scroll down, they have all these in the list. And obviously, get tested if you're sexually active. Do you have this pulled up?
Oh, I thought it was all in this
No.
part. Sorry.
That's just what Google highlighted. And then honesty.
I was confused.
Open and direct communication about what you're okay with, what you're not okay with, how many partners you have, if you've been tested, do you have an agreement, is there a safe word? Open, honest communication is key. Honesty, obviously a big one. Then we have shared values. So they explain it as clarification of motive, sexual standards, and the meaning of specific sexual acts for each person. And so values play a role in basically everything we do. So it shouldn't be surprising when it plays a role in our sexual experience, because there are things that some people might engage in on the sexual behavior spectrum that might be a violation of values for one partner and not a violation for the other. So it's important to clarify those things and talk about things before entering into a sexual relationship. And then last but not least, they define it as mutual pleasure. Others just call it pleasure. But pleasure, obviously, the main reason that many enter into sexual escapades is for
The sexcapades, if you will.
the sexcapades, if you will. Mutual pleasure for both partners, conversations around, is it happening? What needs to change? Again, that goes back to open and honest communication. But these are kind of the guiding points that I use with people when we're talking about having, or if you're entering, like if you're not in a serious relationship and you want to be having casual sex, or, these are the things that I go over with people. And so there is plenty of research out there that is available and at your fingertips and easy to access. There are plenty of sex therapists who have Instagram accounts. There's the ASECT organization, which is lovely. They're an association of sex educators and therapists, and they have trainings and lots of information that you can use at your disposal. So I'm just using this to point out that there is information out there that's actually research-based and helpful, not just the shit that Bethany posts on the internet. So Bethany, if you watch this, I hope this was helpful. Feel free to steal it. I just gave you some content ideas. You're welcome.
Here's your content ideas.
So there's your Jordan's therapy corner for the day. I hope that was helpful. Hopefully you learned something.
Yeah. I want to see in the chat right now, make this chat look like Bethany's Google search history.
Lord in heaven.
I want to know what could she be looking up,
In a
drop it in the chat.
TOS friendly way.
And I won't be reading them. This is just for me, honestly. It's for everybody. This is mutual pleasure part of the stream, so spicy dance tutorial. Oh,
is raw
yeah.
milk a safe lubricant? Oh no. No. It is not.
Okay, we're gonna be careful because I don't want to get into any trouble. I don't want to have to tussle with YouTube.
Do my haters secretly love me? Now that's one that I could see. How to make Kennedy show Babby. Now that's a good one.
There we go. You guys have been absolutely amazing in the chat with that. I love it.
Is salt spicy? Reddit, yes. Fundy Snark Uncensored.
I had to explain salt to Kazoo the other day, and I was like, how do you explain it's
that?
not spicy, but
yeah, how do you explain it without saying salty?
yeah.
Song of Solomon, yes. Less spicy mayonnaise.
Right, there we go. I had a couple things I wanted to bring up before we finished out today.
What to do when husband hates sweatpants. Then you tell that man to shut the hell up and deal with it because I want to be comfy.
You know what? You can pull the all-time trump card, which is I carried those children. I'm going to wear what I want.
Exactly. Why do therapists keep making videos about my Instagram content? No, that's funny.
There you go. What are boundaries? Good question.
How to sound smart in internet fights.
Oof. Okay, so I want to do the disappointing one first. We're bringing it back around to Mormonism.
Oh, I forgot about this
last little bit. I saw this in r/xmormon and I was really, really disappointed. Not surprised, but this just kind of goes along with a lot of the stuff that we say about why, even though it's all made up, it is still harmful to the general public at large. So just a brief intermission of serious stuff before I can show you another funny thing. Let me zoom in real quick. Why can't I zoom in? Apparently I can't zoom in this browser. Hello? Anyway, I'll read it because it's probably a little hard to read. The title is Maddening Family Group Chat Regarding Proxy Baptism of Pocahontas' Relative Potential. I don't know if it's confirmed or whatever. Reading my in-laws family group chat routinely makes my head hurt and makes me so glad I left Mormonism, but this was discussing on a whole other level. Below is a text message that accompanied the photo. Interesting card that came through the baptistry, which is the Baptist where you go to be baptized for the dead in the Mormon temple. Last night, I bet he's doing a happy dance, and if you read history, he wasn't really a nice guy. I'm sure he is now, though. As far as I can tell, this guy was either Pocahontas' dad or uncle, and attached was a temple ordinance card with the temple ordinances of baptism and confirmation done posthumously this week for this span. I'm not even going to
with an alleged birth date of 1548
to butcher this. Yeah, in Jamestown, Virginia. So obviously you can see the internalized or just the racism there. He wasn't a really nice guy. Well, you know, being nice doesn't really stop people, white people, from completely annihilating your people. So yeah, you kind of have to get a little bit mean to protect people. Really just goofy comment on that one, but to ascribe the idea that this man is happy that this is happening. Like, you just know that it's happening.
Hannah brings up a good point. How would you know? Because the
wouldn't.
stuff you looked up on the internet was probably written by a bunch of white guys in a history textbook. So, and
but
if
they
you've
just
ever read American textbooks,
they only care about approximation. If you're close enough, the Lord will know, right?
Yeah.
So that's the idea behind that. But like this kind of idea, I bet he's doing a happy dance, is not uncommon. This is something I experienced within the last month.
Hey, baloney, stop.
That I knew somebody said regarding an ancestor of my own, because she was adamant that she did not want any of the family history stuff to be done in Mormonism. She specifically requested that of my own grandmother, and they said, well, she was an atheist, but I bet she's not an atheist now. Like, okay, it's just that sort of arrogance that Mormonism produces in these people, that they're so sure that they are the people who know everything. Sorry, Baloney is trying to get into a large paper bag that I've repurposed as a trash can.
Baloney.
You're just gonna have to let it happen. There's no stopping him.
I moved him.
So yeah, it really sucks to have to read these kinds of things, and I am sure that the nation that he belongs to, I honestly don't know anything about him, but I'm sure that they probably would take issue with this, because this has not gone over well in the past. You look like you're waving a lighter during the slow song at our concert, during the ballad.
It's a piece of styrofoam.
You're signaling
to get him away from the bag.
The search and rescue team from afar.
Oh my god, I wish you guys could see them. They're being so weird. But yeah, this was not uncommon, and it's going to continue to be a thing. And, you know, they're not supposed to baptize Holocaust victims, but
yeah,
I'm sure they still do that too.
But indigenous people, totally fair game. Especially considering that they believe that they are descendants of ancient Jews that came across the Atlantic Ocean from Jerusalem and populated the Americas. So there was that. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you, give some PTSD to my ex-Mormons in the chat here, was this. Just the title was, I smoked too much and now I'm in the Mormon back rooms. Can you not smell this picture?
Oh, I can smell this picture. I can feel the carpet on the walls.
Oh yeah, that super coarse, like,
in Mormon
it
chapels,
was made out
they
of
have
hemp
carpet on the walls.
Yeah, this little bit here is like just super coarse. I don't even want to call it carpet. It's textile.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a really scratchy carpet.
The least refined hemp that you could find, and that or like the fibers in a coconut.
And the weirdest color schemes too, like the most dated color schemes you could ask for. Like even the updated Mormon chapels have this look.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same poster.
Why on the walls? I have no idea.
Yeah,
I truly
your
have no
guess is truly as good as ours.
Because when I was in Relief Society, I would sit next to the wall and play with the fibers on the wall, and my mom would get mad.
Everybody. Here's another one. I think it might have been the same poster, but they took it a step further. Like,
yeah, there it is.
All of this. Same picture there, but here's a close-up on that fabric. It's the same in like all of the buildings.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
And the vintage couch, like that very floral couch, they have one of those in every
The
building.
one that was in your grandma's living room that you weren't allowed to go into or sit on. Yeah, there's that, and then this is
dark rooms.
I don't know
when
if
you're
you can
closing
see
out the building for the night.
Oh man, freaky.
In the parking lot, all the parking lots have the same kind of trees.
So yeah, just a little trip down memory lane to close out the night. Nightmare lane, more like.
It's a sensory nightmare, that's for sure. And all the church buildings smell the same. They have to have like patented the scent and like spray it or something.
Seriously.
Because every church building, like in another state, they smell the same.
Except for, and then the newer ones have their own distinct smell. Like these ones all have their ones. Now that they're all like kind of standardized, they all look the same from the outside. But before that, those all had their own distinct smell.
Yep. Dude, but they buy those couches in bulk? I don't know.
Oh, I guarantee they did.
They have to, because they're all the same. Like, they're different colors. Like, some of them are lighter, some of them are darker, but they're all like that really intense floral.
Yeah. Do they have approved Yankee scents from Yankee Candle?
Dude,
No.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It would have to be one of the MLMs, like a Scentsy or something.
I think that couch was there when Christ was put on the cross. It is literally, like, it is full floral. There's no other patterns on it or, like, solid colors or anything. It is just full floral. Like, you would find this in an antique store.
Yeah. And they're not comfy.
No, not at all.
Smells like Distortion Spirit.
Stop baloney. Why are you being a snot rag?
Baloney is...
Oh, yeah. So, also,
committing crimes over
while
there.
you're all here, we're working on... We're going to finish up the MLM video this weekend. We also have a can't talk. We also have a collaboration tomorrow that I haven't talked to them about talking about it yet, and they haven't either, so I'm not going to say anything. But we're also filming a collaboration with somebody tomorrow, so you'll be seeing that soon also.
Yep.
And then it's not somebody that we've ever worked with before. And then
somebody that people have mentioned in the chat before.
Yeah, I think some of you watch them, but
I've seen
I don't think we have as much overlap, to be honest. I think we kind of talk about different things. But the thing I was going to ask you about is we have the MLM video that's going to come out. We paired up with another lovely MLM gal who has helped us out. It's not Zelf. And it's not Mickey. And so we have content and I have things, but if there's other like MLM stuff that you specifically have questions about, like, you know, as I'm prepping this, I want to make sure, since we're only doing once a month, that we're making the video like as comprehensive as possible.
Yeah.
But like also concise, so we don't make it like 10 hours long. But I'm looking for Mormon influencers who sell MLM stuff. I already have the big ones like the Sister Wives and the Gardner Quad Squad lady. Can't think of her name right now. And I haven't... So I'm looking for that, and then any other questions that you guys have that's MLM related, pop them in the chat. Like MLM Mormon or Utah related, pop them in the chat. That way we can answer them in the video.
Jordan Page collaboration?
Right? I'm going to
Could
check
be.
the exchange document right now and make sure that she hasn't filed for divorce. I haven't done that in a few days.
Oh, no. We're getting live tea right now. Did he knock it over?
No, he's eating the package that the potato came in.
Oh, Lord. Don't eat that. It's probably not good for you. I don't think cats can have potatoes.
No, I don't think they can.
We don't feed them potatoes, don't worry, but not Savannah Marie. I don't think I've seen anybody suggest who it could be yet. So, North and South has entered the chat.
Yes, I have them. They were like high up with doTERRA for a while. I don't know if they still are or not.
North and South?
Yep. They have it on their website. So.
Jordan. Farmington.
This is related to something else I've looked at already. This was a debt thing.
Julie Joe, we're doing with...
Yes, that's who it is.
The MLM stuff.
But she's collaborating us with the MLM stuff. That's not who we're meeting with tomorrow. Not Amanda Ray. We've talked with her so many times about collabing, and then we always just mismatch our schedules. I love her.
He craved potato.
So yeah, any other MLM stuff, let me know. I have like some of the smaller influencers like Jasmine Ray, who does the nail thing. Red Aspen.
Isn't she the hair?
That is the hair lady, but she
Jasmine.
also does Red Aspen. She has a downline, and they go on trips. They recently went to like Costa Rica or something.
On retreats?
Yeah.
Dang.
I'm sorry. This is just my biased opinion. I am very weary of people who do retreats. Especially if you've left a cult. It's an easy slip and slide, my friends.
It's weird.
We would never do a retreat.
Even, and that extends to everybody. Like, I feel weird that the Open Stories Foundation or Mormon Stories does it too. across the board, it feels weird.
I just don't like it. That's my personal preference. It doesn't mean that they're starting like anybody's starting a cult or like they're terrible people, but it just gives me culty vibes and I don't like it. I really don't like it. So that's just my personal opinion. If it's safe and consensual and everybody's happy, then yes, go do your thing, but I don't like it. It gives me weird vibes. But that's just my personal opinion. So there was one other thing I was going to bring up. Somebody asked if Red Aspen was Mormon. No, the CEO isn't Mormon, but it's based in Idaho and there's a lot of Mormon involvement.
If you want a spiritual experience, you can do mushrooms at home with a sitter. Yeah. You're going to get a more genuine experience that way than going on a retreat.
Exactly. Yeah, retreats just give me, like, you know who also does retreats? Brittany Dawn. Like, it just...
Bidong! Yeah, and they get, like, mass baptized and stuff like that. In a trough.
I just don't like it. There's just potential, and I don't like it. But this is my own shit, so don't feel like I'm, like, calling people out or anything. This is my preference. So we're going to be talking about a few of the big ones, like Young Living is headquartered in Utah. doTERRA is headquartered in Utah.
Young Living is not headquartered in Utah. That's in Idaho.
Not Young Living.
doTERRA.
They have a headquarters in Utah, too.
Oh, but they started in
Idaho. Yes. There's a lot of Idaho ones also.
Does everybody get matching spray tans?
Right, exactly. I haven't heard anything about Scentbird. I will have to look into that one. That's a new one, isn't it? You guys know how I feel about Scentsy.
Scentbird. Scentbird is the perfumery one. I don't think that's an MLM.
Who knows?
It seems more direct to consumer social media marketing type.
I won't say anything because I don't want to get sued, but we'll come back to it.
I don't think they're MLM.
Scentsy is in Idaho. So there's a lot of like, maybe I'll include some of the ones that are headquartered in Idaho because Idaho is like, Idaho might be more Mormon than Utah at this point, to be honest.
Not an MLM, but the CEO is wild, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Okie
dokie. Thanks to those of you, somebody shouted out Swoop's video in our last live, and she also shouted us out in her last 8 Passengers video, like in a very kind way. I was very appreciative. I sent her a DM.
We kind of figured that it was just like our names are at the end of the thing or whatever, but it was... Yeah.
It was more elaborate than that, which was really nice that she included us. So I appreciated that. She's a massive content creator and her production is
top notch.
So love her for that. And yeah, she just has good quality stuff. So go watch her documentary style stuff. She's got lots of good things on there. So yeah, I will I'm just thinking maybe I do need to include some of the Idaho ones. Because there's a lot of overlap. A Swoop collab would be crazy, but I would be down.
She doesn't really need us, but...
She does not, in any sense. Unique is Utah Mormon, yep. Melaleuca is Idaho. I should include Melaleuca, because they, like, run that damn town.
Oh, yeah. They do aren't they the ones who do the whole fireworks displays for 4th of July? Yep. Do. And then there's also, they're super big because even my own mother worked at Melaleuca, going to school at then Rick's College, but now BYU Idaho. Yeah. It's super popular for people to work there when they're going to school.
There is a skincare MLM. I wasn't as familiar with it. Let me pull up my list here. You guys can get a little sneak peek. New Skin. New Skin is huge here. NU Skin. Oh my gosh, they're massive here.
In Utah.
Not
in Colorado.
I'm used to saying here.
Yeah.
Melaleuca's HQ does look like a castle. We've driven by it a million times.
Yeah. Oh, Hannah knows. Hannah went to BYU, Idaho.
Yep.
It's gigantic.
So the ones that I have that are headquartered here, so you guys, the ones of you that are still here can get a sneak peek. We've got doTERRA and Young Living. We've got New Skin and Unique. And then we've got USANA Health Sciences, which are supplements.
Did you see that the amphitheater out there, it's no longer going to be USANA?
What is it?
They got usurped by like Utah First Credit Union or something like that.
Nature's Sunshine, which is a really popular like vitamin brand, surprisingly. Stampin' Up, they're like a scrapbooking and greeting cards company. Aptive, which is pest control. Paparazzi Accessories, which I had never heard of, and then Blue Raven
sounds
Solar.
tacky.
So those are just the top ones, like job-wise in Utah. They did a report on which MLMs in Utah provide the most jobs. But yes, Nu Skin is indeed an MLM. Stampin' Up is an MLM. Paparazzi is tacky from what I could.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Monet or however they say it is also a very popular MLM.
Pest control. Though, oh man.
The solar guys here are crazy.
Yeah. I could almost
like,
100% guarantee that most of the people who are out there doing summer sales for solar, pest control, and the likes probably are Mormon.
Yeah. I mean, what was the guy's name that came to us here? Wasn't his name like Nephi or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He had a Mormon name.
Yep.
But by far, like, popularity-wise...
I don't know if you can call it an MLM really on all of them, but...
By far, structure-wise, doTERRA, Young Living, and Nu Skin are the most popular here.
Eco Shielders. I've never even heard of that one.
There's a really cool resource, r/anti-MLM on Reddit. It's super thorough, and they have like a search box that you can type in something and ask if it's an MLM, and they've put in like all this data to tell you whether or not.
Yeah, USANA Hemp Sciences. If you've ever gone to a show in Utah, a lot of shows happen at USANA. Not USANA Amphitheater anymore, but yeah, big sponsor out there.
Yeah, the Young Living guy, I was reading a little bit about him, and he was whack, bro.
Didn't they talk about him in the Lula? Oh no, we watched some other documentary that talked about the predatory nature of the essential oils, MLMs.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what that one was. That one was crazy though. That was wild.
LuLaRoe is a big one, but they actually don't have a headquarters in Utah. I don't know where LuLaRoe is headquartered actually.
Arizona, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. It is Arizona. Yeah, because Mary from Sister Wives still sells them.
The Salt Lake venue that's on the Salt Palace. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh, the Saltaire, the Great Saltaire.
The Saltaire.
Sorry.
The guy from Young Living killed his own kid, basically. Yeah. They're all like a wild situation.
I hated all the Utah venues.
Excuse you, that's her clothing brand. She cleaned out the shed for that, okay? That was a whole plot point on the show, fair. All right?
She got the shed cleaned out.
That's so funny. But yeah,
Unwell. So, yep.
That
I think that's the one that I was talking about just a second ago. Highly recommend. I thought it was yeah.
So we're going to talk about in the video why, because like people have touched on why Utah is such a head for these things, but we're going to talk more about why the church culture creates it and why I think there's some unique aspects of Mormonism, including like missions and the Relief Society and things that kind of really perpetuate these things. So yes, that is the plan for the end of the month. We're hoping for the 31st at this point. And Julie Jo's been helping us out, and she's been super great.
Oh, anyway.
So I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's all we had today. And yeah, I think that's a good place to close it out. Just a reminder, on Thursday, we'll be doing our next Sims stream. If you missed it, you want to catch it, you can check out the VOD. We did it in 2 parts because we were having technical difficulties, but we ended on our Sims first wife getting pregnant. So
she got pregnant.
Yeah. Rebecca, this is one of my many Full of Hell t-shirts.
Full of Hell.
So, there you go. Anyway, so that'll be Thursday. We're going to continue the saga.
Pregnanante.
If you want to see Babby, that'll be your place.
That's a good way to show Babby.
We will show Babby, so stay tuned. So, yeah.
And then if you haven't, consider becoming a member. Support us. that helps us out in making content and doing these streams twice a week now.
Warsim, baby.
Yeah, my game was wrecked because of the most recent mod, because I couldn't figure out which of my CC or what screwed it up, so I started over. But I tested out the mod that we were talking about on Thursday, so I have a better idea of how it works and everything, so that we can talk about it on Thursday. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you
That
to
sounds
all
great.
the members and all you people who are here and support us. Make sure you like the video on the way out. Drop us a comment if you will.
You all have been a riot in the chat today. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's awesome. Thanks for participating. And shout out to P for donating another gifted
Thank you.
gifted membership. Grid night to you all. Grid bless you. Have a great gritty day. And as always, thank you for the stream. What the hell does it say?
What does it say?
We're gonna look. Hold on. As always, I can't believe I haven't learned this yet. The stream will be thank you grid night.
Grid night.